One of our viewers asked a question about triangulation. Actually, she had a problem with it. It came up with a triangulated group, and when she went to look at the match in the one-to-one, one of the people was not actually a match to her. So today I want to talk to you about what you should do with any of your triangulated groups. Howdy, my name's Andy Lee with Family History Fanatics. What I want to talk about today is how we can check our triangulation groups. So when we run the triangulation tool, you can see here I've run it with one of my kits, and I've run it just for chromosome number 9 to limit the results. This is the resulting groups. Each one of these lines is a comparison between two people that also match you. So remember, with triangulation, you need 3 people. You have yourself, you have the first person in kit 1, and you have the second person in kit number 2. Now, many of these kits are ones that I manage. You can see because I have my email address there for those. But there are some that I don't manage. In fact, there's some that I don't know who they are or how they are related to me. For this, I am going to take a look at a couple of kits here. I'm going to look at B here, and I'm going to look at FLW here. Now, for triangulation, I said we need 3 kits. Let's go through and let's highlight where those kits are. First off, there is my kit. And so that is the first kit number that we need. And that's going to be person A from now on. Next is the kit number 1 from this triangulation group. And that is FLW. So that's going to be kit number B, or kit letter B actually. And then finally we need the third one, and that is B over here. I'm going to confuse you by calling B is actually going to be C. Those are our 3 kit numbers, and we are going to see how they line up. Now, if I'm looking over here, the start and the end of this triangulation segment is what is important. You'll notice here is 3.1 million to 7.2 million. So I have my 3 kits. Now I'm going to go over to the one-to-one tool. And for the one-to-one tool, I'm going to put in person A and person B. And then I'm going to go down, and usually I click on the prevent hard breaks, and then I'm going to compare. This is the results of person A and person B. If I scroll down to chromosome number 9, I can see that they do have a match there. Let me go back, and now I'm going to compare person A to person C. So I'm doing a person A to person B, and now a person A to person C. And I'm going to prevent hard breaks, and I'm going to do my comparison. And this is person C. And we can see that they also match in that area, although you will notice when I'm just looking at these two, the match between A and C is actually quite a bit bigger. It starts almost at 0 at 473,000 and goes up to 7.2 million. Whereas the comparison between person A and B is from 3.1 million to 7.2 million. Okay, so let's go look at one more comparison. We need to now compare person B to person C. And this is usually what people forget, is they will compare person A to B and they'll compare person B or A to C. But you also need to compare person B to C. That way all 3 people have been compared to everybody else in the group. And I can go down and I can compare. And this is the results for person B to C. Now we see here that they also, let's see if I can line these up just a bit. That's almost pretty good. They also have a little bit different. They go from 3 million to 10 million. So their segment that they share is actually goes further along that than what A to C does, and which is also already different from A to B. So in actuality, A to B has the smallest of that segment. It is 3.1 million to 7.2 million. And then we have 0.4 million to 7.2 million. And then we have 3 million to 10 million. Now, what we really care about when we were looking at this is where all of them overlap. So between 3.1 million and 7.2 million, all of these 3 people share that DNA with each other, not just with me, but with each other. And so because of that, now I have actually checked that triangulation group, and that is a good triangulation group. From here, I can now put these three together and be looking for what the common ancestor is. I might be able to do that from other relatives. For instance, I can see right off the bat here that FLW also matches a known relative of mine on this same chromosome. So I'm likely going to put both of these people into that group, even though it's just FLW that matches that other one. So this is a great way that we can go through and use our matches to help identify how some of these other people are related to us. So always check your triangulation groups. Whenever you use the triangulation tool and you have one that you want to research, then go over into the one-to-one and verify that you actually share a segment in that tool. There are some times where, because of the different algorithms that are used for some of these tools, they may have a mistake and actually have a match that really isn't a match. So be sure to check your triangulation groups before you do any research. Be sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. If you'd like to learn more about triangulation, then click on this tool right over here.